1745 here. We're going to be playing some Strategic Command World War I today, but I want to first make sure, and it's a bit clumsy, try to get everything working up on Steam. I'm going to hit the refresh button probably 4 or 5 times here, and then we'll see about getting started. I'm not sure yet. Okay. There is a bit of a delay. Ah, there we go. Okay, cool. And show chat. That's what I wanted to make sure that one, it was working, and two, I could see the chat. Right. Okay. Good morning, everyone. And those watching later, hello. We are trying to take Paris, of course. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like the video, comment below. All that is really, really helpful. I thank all of you who do that very much. Not ready to attack there. Okay, well, we've got French units in here. We've cut off some of their ability to bring in more. Some, not all. Let's look at supply. S. Okay. If we were to push in here somehow, no, we really need to take... We need to take Brussels. I think that is our big push there. Now here, they brought in a lot of reinforcements. We might even bring in that. Well, let's max that out. And so, is it entrenched? I don't think so. Yep, no. Let's entrench it for... Yeah, that looks pretty good. Hopefully they won't push up on him, but I just want to make sure if they really feel like pushing. They're limited. Okay, he has 3 points. So if he comes back here, he can dig it. Let's look straight down. Just in case they try to push up into here. That's fine if they do. I think they'll be in more trouble than I will be if they push there. I know they've turned this... Hey, Martin, how you doing? I am doing rather well, but still just sort of waking up in the morning, if you get my meaning. Okay, And Mr. Cocoa Man. He's healthier, so we're going to attack here first. Oh, that was a... Okay, see? That's what you really always want to do with this game, is make attacks that will 100% eliminate the chip. And I don't know that he can see you, but Martin asked Mr. Cocoa Man, how are you? He should be able to see your text from Twitch. I think that's still working appropriately with Streamlabs. YouTube should be able to see Twitch, but Twitch can't see YouTube. Now here, see, I could attack here. going to weaken myself by 1 or by 2, likely. I mean, it can be a worse or better outcome. There is a die roll to all of this. But what have I done? I've weakened this unit, and weaken that. He can still attack me back, and then other units here can pound this guy. If I could take him out entirely, if he was able to move up here, and he was healthy and whatnot, and just pound this guy, great. But if not, no. So sensible attacks. Sensible attacks. Now I'm partially what I'm doing is trying to figure out where to move these guys. Because I figured right now this is our main infant here. Next, we could put pressure on up here, or we are putting pressure on here, but we could really try to storm here and secure this flank, and that would be that is really important. But if we continue to give them too much time, they may reinforce even more into here. So these Belgian units will be fairly weak. As you notice, the blue Max mod hasn't given graphics tweak for Belgium units yet. So they're just the standard counters. Here we're going to continue to try to push through here because we are getting supply along this railway. And we can see, current expected if nothing changes, but this is going to get repaired. And so we're going to be able to push, hopefully, into here. So we've got to maintain, because I was thinking if I'm going to move like all of this force here up to assault here, that's going to weaken this part of the push and or holding this rail line from attacks from the south here. So I'm thinking we're okay down around here, and this mission here is not meant to push. This is meant to hold. And if this is our main attack vector, this is where we should send these guys. I've just been trying to figure this out. Yes. Okay, how close can we get them? We don't want to put them there because they'll just get munched. So we will put you here. And now, again, we don't want to put that. I wish I could go back here. Oh, okay, we're going to come up to here, I guess, because I can do a shuffle. These guys can come this way. This guy, we got to reinforce, but I can shuffle a couple of these guys down here to hit the northern part of this flank. Let's remove the men for a moment. Yeah, unfortunately, until we get Antwerp, we don't have this northern rail connection there for supply, so it is limited. All right. Well, I sort of wanted to start let's see about purchasing. Okay. These normally, I think, go up a bit faster. So, let's purchase 3 of these instead of 1 division. A division is much better. Well, no, these are not going to show up until September. No, we have till October, but they're not going to show up until September. These are the first ones that are showing there. Yeah, we're going to get those. And they are going to be useful to do things. Because I would be reasonably comfortable, especially entrenched and maybe behind this river or something here, to use those 3 units here, the detachments, instead of 3 divisions while the divisions push on. So those detachments are really, really effective in like holding lines and things, so long as they're not, someplace like this that they could, get 3 or more, frontings around them and just pound on them. Mentioning some of this. How is this? Oh, okay. He could get to there. He has. They got 3 points. Yep, we're gonna risk it. It's a 1-on-1 trench, but I'm looking here and I'm seeing they got to cross the river and through forest. So I don't think they're going to be able to just get up here. I don't think they might be able to march from this way along the road, but I don't know that there's going to be very many down here. There's obviously nobody here. And so they're going to have to march in, yeah. And this is, yeah. They can appear here and they can appear here, but I don't think they can get to here in time to attack before somebody entrenches. And this would be a better place to hold down here. I'm trying to hold here because I was sort of picturing this being the line here, but now if we can do, I want to push through here around this fortress right now because I don't know if we're going to have enough concentrated forces to take there right away. Okay, I want to save this. All right. Well, just looking for units that I could reinforce. Like him. Matt. I know we're already down to 60 because I spent a lot, but still, let's do what we can to keep maximum effort. Dave, yes, attacked earlier. Oh, do we go back? Yeah, we go back to their enchantments. Might as well. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to start recording an episode here. Might as well, kill 5 birds with 1 stone if you can. All right. Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing look at Strategic Command World War I. We're playing the March on Paris DLC that's included when you get the game. But before we get into that, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I know I say this a lot, but they tell me and I see real results if people don't subscribe. Please subscribe, please like, that really helps too. And so much commenting and sharing this video, so much helps, even just into the, no one subscribes to Twitter account just because Google archives everything and then whatever, but you get the picture. So, yeah, and now we are going to give the Entente, currently there's some Belgians around and eventually some British are going to show up, I believe. But yes, we're going to end this turn. Okay, they've lost morale. Oh, rain, just what I needed. I'm going to be live for about 2 hours, aren't I? I've just decided they should be somewhere else. They came up around my flank again, okay. But I don't think, especially when they moved all those other units away, that they have enough to take him. Ouch. I keep getting my cavalry munched. And then I might be doing something else in a second stream after it. After this. I hit the wrong target there. For some reason they're dancing around Brussels. I don't know why. I might be live later as well. But for this, approximately 2 hours. Okay, well, good. Good. Bad. Bad rain. Well, I was right about this. It's good to know. They can come to there. Yeah, this crossroad would be very helpful here. 5 movement action points. Okay. So then I can come in. Getting the extra points for that is nice, but I'd rather be entrenched than. Oh, we're gonna see whether I want to go up or there with them. And then here, okay, I can get down to here with him. And probably not entrench, but we still have the same. They've got to march to us. Concept. But we're going to entrench here. Oh, more like that. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna again think that they're not going to be able to move enough forces in all the way and take them out. They pulled back from here, which was probably smart. There's no reason. See, you have to. You can't think like Hitler. You can't think like Stalin. They both had no retreat type mentalities at different times. Physical territory is unimportant, really, in warfare. Now, sometimes physical territory will have industry, food, or be special. A port, a rail junction, a town, whatever. And that may have importance. So here, and I really think they did wisely with this game, railroads are very important for supply here. So controlling the railroads through here is very important. So you need to consider that. So having the Ardennes Forest, holding this, what good does it do France? No, we're holding the Belgian Ardennes Forest. And it can also have symbolic importance too. Sometimes cities may have Paris is a big, industrial center as well as a population center to raise men out of, but it's also an emotional center too. You can have capitals that aren't necessarily hugely strategically important. I'm not thinking of one right offhand, but it can be there, or some other thing that, I don't know, maybe like Athens holding for Greece, especially. Greece isn't terribly industrialized now, but fighting the Turks at some various points especially in their sort of liberation. You know, Athens is more of an emotional goal of getting than a military needs. But emotion can very much, okay, he very well likely will push up here a bit, but, it can be a military benefit or detriment as well. So that can be quite important. Well, I don't know that we can take this, but I took the hit here to have, if I was going to have the worst damage to a unit that was going to be in the rear. Now, okay, well, we have 3 action points. 1, 2, take the hit. Move back. There we go. So now we've killed the unit. That's what we always want to do, is kill the unit, not just attack. So, because we did the switch, we can still max reinforce out him. So they've lost a unit. We've lost, what, 2 factors, 1 from each unit there. That is a clear victory. Okay, well. We're going to move him back. And he's going to come back into the entrenchments. He might as well entrench because he can't reinforce this turn. Right. So again, now position is important. Holding, surrounding a unit and being able to take it out, that is important. It's as in, the terrain. So terrain, it's, holding territory just because, okay, what we want to do here, it is not a overly beneficial thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to entrench. I think straight down is what we want to do. These guys are now able to max reinforce. No, not worth it. That might actually be worth it. Back in your entrenchments. Okay, now you fell back, which, okay, we have 3 movement or 3 action points to go to there, so we should be able to attack and get back where you once belonged. Alright, so now there's 2 units. So this is the way I've learned to fight this, unlike my first attempt at attacking here. Now here, we can attack currently this hex with 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will probably go down. Now we can make it a little less painful for us by using our air power and remembering to do so. Okay, who is going to do... Okay, we're going to attack from here. Oh, that's going to be the worst. Yeah, we're going to attack from here. Even though it's going to maybe the worst damage for us. Because we're going to swap out with this one afterwards, and he's probably not going to be attacked. So it's just sort of reinforcement repair cost. And not having too weak of a unit in the front line. So now we have, okay. Because he's probably going to stay right where he is. I could theoretically follow him back. Okay, well, now... Okay, that didn't work out quite as well as I'd hoped. If I attack from here first, and he fell back, he could have then attacked, moved up, attacked, and retreated back. So I should have attacked from the one at the top, but I didn't anticipate him retreating out. That is a mistake on my part. I see that it says that there's 253 viewers on Steam. I don't know if those are all real people or bots or something from issued by Steam, but if there's somebody out on Steam watching live, can you say hi at least, please? Just like to know that there's people out there, even if you don't have anything terribly important to say. Okay, so that's all too far to move out and entrench. So we're going to move, but we're not going to move into there. We're not going to fall into their trap of being in the Ardennes forest. Okay, now here in the rain, we could attack there and then there. And then we can swap out with one other unit and maybe come from there too. So I'm not going to worry about, we're not attacking with that 3 strength unit. So we're going to assault here first. Take the big hit. Yeah. Let's come up here. Learn our lesson, because if we attack here, they may fall back, and then this guy won't be able to attack, but this guy can move up and retreat back if he falls back. No, he doesn't. They're shattered. Okay, there's 3 units destroyed this turn. And that is useful to pushing towards victory. Okay, now let's look at supply. They've moved somebody into there. They weren't there before. That's a border we can't cross. I don't think we can declare war on the Netherlands in this scenario. Which is just fine. Yep, the rain ain't doing any good for us. Okay, we only have 3 action points, so if we go here, we can't dig in. So we're going to come here and, yeah, I guess it's a simple entrenchment line here. They're going to come up and right. These guys are going to come up and entrench. Now, these guys are going to come down and entrench. Yeah, that's all right. Because they'll come here and then swap out with these guys, so these guys can get out of the front line and get it. Well, it's all, that isn't very well improved, but I don't know if all that was worth it. Right, now here, we're going to operate these guys. I hope to be able to do so. And no, we can't get any damn place we want, so never mind. Cancel that. Just, I guess, too much rail destruction here now. So I wanted them right up here to be bombarding their... Well, we only have one shell, and maybe we only get one shell per turn. I thought it was two, but that was a different scenario, admittedly. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need more supply here. And hopefully these guys have a reasonable amount of supply level. Good, to 8. Hey, Toy Jet, how you doing? Okay, well, we can push here. We don't want to push down there. We can push sort of here. Okay, they can come in and entrench. And cavalry unit just isn't quite as militarily effective as a force, or you know, as a infantry unit. Okay, you guys get back here. We're going to entrench. We really, I just don't see this as being as good an opportunity to advance as I would like an attack. Hey, Spiraling, how you doing today? Okay, how much can we max out? Okay, to 10, that's worth it. Okay, one division, yes, will come here and continue to threaten them, but just entrench, make them want to keep pushing back. We might surround Verdun if we get lucky, but I'm not going to right now charge my way into Verdun. But we will come up here and entrench. Oh, I think maybe straight down is better with current deployment. Yeah, they attacked and got that guy out. Let's move you up to the entrenchments there. Okay, well, if you can come to here, I'd rather own this bit of railway. Oh, that isn't. I messed this up. He's not entrenched. I don't think. Yeah, he's in the enemy entrenchments and can't turn him. So he attacked. I should have used him to move up into there. Well. Oh. Yeah, let's move you up along here. Right now, I think there's some of these units here. Well, I guess you can come here. So I imagine you need to keep the offensive moving east as fast as possible, avoiding getting stuck in trench warfare. Yeah, west. No, spiraling, actually the opposite. I tried that in my first playthrough with this. A couple of things. One, in my opinion, too fast. And in the first version, I gave a good 30 or 40 minute monologue. It wasn't a rant or anything, but on sort of what it would take to move one of these divisions via rail. And these are every 2 turns. And it should take 1 turn to load it onto the rail, 2 turns or 1 turn to move it along the rail, and then 1 turn to get it off the rail before it can do anything. So what it's doing in 1 turn, I would say it would take like 3 turns. So the French have just too much of ability, and I think because they never were able to get into like Brussels, or never even tried to get into Brussels, just because of the trains and Belgium and trying to do that. It just wasn't really a thing, at least as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they did. And so the whole, what should be a sweep fighting through the Belgians up here, the French are able to much too fast get into this part of the game, in my opinion. So, and just trying to speed it. So what I'm doing is trench warfare. I have until October. We are right now in August. I mean, it starts in August. So we're still in very early stages. And I killed 3 divisions this turn, at least it was. So I'm going to keep attriting their divisions out instead of pushing for territory. I'm definitely, where we have opportunities to exploit, I am definitely exploiting things. But yeah, that's basically sort of it. So I'm doing aggressive trench warfare. Move up in trench. Try to get an advantage. Like I took out a unit that was right here. No, here. By units around it. And that. So maybe it was 4 divisions I killed this turn. For minor scratches on my divisions. So yeah, I really very much tried to play this like you might think the first time. Push, 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 willing to take some casualties just to try to get the front line to collapse. Push, 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 and I failed miserably. So some of it is, I think, some of it is very much game mechanics. I don't like, I think World War I is so far the best for strategic command game. I think they've done an excellent job with the divisional scale games, the DLCs for it. One of the things I don't like from strategic command is the ability. Now I know there is readiness and morale penalties, but when you take damage, even this. But what I really don't like is 1 turn insta fill. So if I have a 1 strength division or corps or whatever in this game, and I have complete supply, 1 turn, boom, it's 100% back up there. I would limit it to, I don't know, 3 or 4 points per turn, so that especially on these daily ones, or every 2 days, I would limit how I'm waking up. Toy Jet, otherwise feeling great, still just sort of waking up here a bit. So I would limit their reinforcement rate is what I would do. Okay, let's see. We have 5 points. It was just a raid to sort of scare them a bit. Arno has arrived. Fear the Arno, everyone. He has a modding sword, or moderator sword, I should say. He can be the terror of chat. All right, okay, we have 400 points. Let's go with a division and a detachment. And I think I've reinforced all that I can reinforce here this turn, either because of movement or supply limitations or other actions. Spiraling says higher now. He wants to stay. Doesn't want to get kicked. Now Spiraling's a good guy. He wouldn't get kicked. I know that. Okay. Well, I figured it was a greetings, a shout of greetings, not an angry yelling. Okay, since they're entrenched, we'll see how this does. Not maybe as well as I'd hoped. As long as they don't kill it, I can probably swap them out for another unit again for limited cost. And again, they keep moving into this. This is a great position for me. Keep moving in here. I keep killing them. Oh, they thought they got clever. The AI's thinking it's getting clever. Okay, we'll have to teach that AI. I mean, AIs don't learn here. I think, fortunately, but... Okay, well, where do we want to add this cavalry division? Down here, maybe. Yeah, came in around here, so this will be something, that they thought they got clever on. But not really enough. Okay, well, moving in 2 divisions there. Just enough. Let's see, let's put you back here. Right, there we go. If there's 2 or more people in approximately an hour and 20 plus minutes, then there will be that other game in a second stream. I'll be stopping this stream and starting another one if there's people that want to play Punk, but not at start now. No. Okay, well, I'm not going to quite say took my bait, but it was a bait. And this may look like a well, I didn't quite kill it, unfortunately. No, I can't from there. Okay, but he can come back into here. Okay, well, as we can see, that isn't very healthy for them. I don't think they're going to be able to do too much more damage. It's definitely not shaking my confidence in any of these other fronts. No, good. They moved the garrison unit there. Well, they won't be able to influence, but right. There we go. So now we can come here. And I figured there would be somebody there. And these guys, I don't know, they may, no, we're going to hold that position, so we're going to entrench. Long way. Not the river to the north. I'm more worried about the south. As we can see here, let's see, right, yeah. So if they attack from the north, they're going to be attacked across a river. And this may not be quite cut off all those divisions. Well, we're going to certainly try. The problem here is, if you're talking here, no, I don't want to do that. Here, supply. Current supply, next turn supply. These units here are going to get less and less supply. So, I don't know about pushing in. Let's say take this up here first. Okay, if I were to try to operate this now, maybe that's the thing to do. Okay, well, let's put you to here. If we use this, they'll have 3 shells, 4 shells, so it'll take a couple of turns. And we'll see about that. Yeah, because if I do take, because I was thinking of pushing here first, but yeah, if I do come here. Now, destroying a division in the pocket, I don't think is any different than destroying a division on the front line. I mean, when they rebuild it, it rebuilds faster than other units. Okay. He has to retreat here, but do we want to attack there? Not really. Okay, Dan, let's come down here and deal with this guy. Two, 4. Okay, well, that worked. So, division gone. And they did, oh, they struck right. They didn't, so they can max back out. Right now here, they pushed down to here. Okay, so with these guys, this is just a detachment, so they're going to move up. They're not going to attack. They're going to branch just like that. I want to kill him, though. Swap them out, they can come back up here. And they can kill that. Okay, another division dead. Hello, Tom. How you doing? Let's see what you say. I have to admit that I fell asleep last March on Paris stream. Not because it was boring, but just I was tired. Ah, well, good to hear, I guess. If you needed the rest, glad I didn't keep you up. Give Belgium back to the Dutch gamer. Well, that's not part of the game here. We're not playing a more fantastical game. Okay. That might just be the thing to do there. Ooh, that was a really good hit, even though it did take equal damage. Guess what we're going to do here now is kill it. Kill it all dead. Now, see, we have plenty of action points. And they have plenty of action points. That's actually better, because I can come in with an infantry unit and entrench properly, reorient the entrenchment. Now, just to keep this from sort of happening from what's there, we're going to move you up to hold the rail line there. The ability to produce new divisions. Does either side have any advantage? Well, okay, both sides have MPP being generated. I don't quite honestly know what the French is. At start, there's a bunch of stuff that's already like, I didn't build any of the artillery. No, maybe I did build this one artillery or something. You can see some of these units, like the air units, I think, I don't know, I don't remember all the details. Some of the units are already in the production queue at start, so I don't know what's in the French production queue. Replacing a unit, when you get a unit killed and you build another one of them, it happens faster. Not super fast, but faster. So with this game, and you know, I know Bill and Herbert, who make the game. I mean, in an online sense. So you know, I know the guys, the two primary devs for the game. To my understanding, they're the only ones that are like, were really full time. They, you know, I mean, they've now incorporated officially the DLC. I mean, the mod as a sort of a DLC for the Blue Max mod, and I think they've had graphic help and other, you know, some other help from people to make elements of the game, significant elements of the game. One of them, I keep forgetting which one. I have to look back on it. Is the main AI developer. So you know, but you know, making the map, and they have people that work on the game as well, I believe. I don't know all the details, but they're the main two. And so I know the guys and I like them, but I have problems with their game. I'll give what I think is constructive criticism. In this game, where do we have? Well, we recently had like this unit here at 3 strength. Okay, I can go all the way to 8 here. Now, I can go to 10 if I had better supply, I do believe. So I have enough MPP. I would make it maybe a ratio. I don't know. I've been thinking about this. I'd make it so like maybe it can only get, if it needs to get, and maybe round down or round up, I don't know what. But if it needs to get, let's say if it was at strength 2, it could only get to strength 6, meaning 4 more points. It can't get all the way to strength 10 in one turn or something like that. So you can grind down a unit more. Now, I know once you've give a unit, like if I were to bash this French unit here, we're just going to hit OK here, bash this French unit, and then it gets reinforcements all the way back up to strength, its morale will be less. I mean, because right now morale is 94, readiness 85. So it would still be weaker, but it would still be a full strength 10. That is one of the things I don't like about this game. So, you know, which I think is unrealistic. So this is why I will take a lot of effort to kill a division versus just wounding 3 divisions at better odds. So, yeah, that is sort of a very real thing for here. Okay, you're going to go back to there. You're going to come down to here. You're going to shift into here. And you're going to shift into here. Yeah. So there's things about this that I'm not in love with. Doesn't make it a bad game. I'm still, to me, it is the best game that's sort of a strategy, this type, turn-based, whatever, World War One game. Love to, if you know something that you think is better for World War One like this. And I don't just mean a mod of somebody else's game, but another one. And I know there's some stuff in production that we'll see in time. But right now, I think it is one of the, if not the best, sort of whether divisional or an army level games, depending on which version of this you're playing. I mean, you get it all in the when you do it. So I like it. I love the World War One version of this, but it's not perfect for what I would do. They should increase the complexity of this game and simulate more. This feels too much like a board game turned into a PC game. Well, I think that's the intention. I try to judge every single game as as what it was intended to be. I like the Axis and Allies 1942 online game. I think it's a good game, but obviously it's not being Strategic Command War in Europe. So this is trying to be a board game that we're playing on the computer with a little more complexity than a board, a pure counters game. It is not trying to be Gary Grigsby's World War One. It's just not. So, not that I wouldn't want a Gary Grigsby's sort of level of a game, World War One. That would be wonderful. Power in World War One game. Well, there is no. There's unit number maximums here. So I have 5 more detachments I can build and 6 more divisions I can build. Now, if I have one of these units destroyed, that's on the map, I can rebuild it. So there is no specific manpower. I can keep rebuilding lost units. I've maxed out the HQs, maxed out the cavalry, the artillery, and the recon bombers, either on the map or in the production queue, or reproduction, replacing it, however you want to say it. So they're either in the queue, except for the detachments in the division, or maxed out for everything else. So there is that limitation. But otherwise, there's no, if one of these or several of these divisions just keep getting hammered and back and hammered and back. Now, losses don't necessarily mean combat casualties here. They mean effective strength. Equipment knocked out, supplies knocked out, units knocked around enough that are just no longer effective on the battlefield. So I get some of the idea of, even in a few days, each turn is 2 days. So the German turn equals 2 days. The French turn equals 2 days. So both sides of the turn, 4 days advance. So in 4 days, I can see a certain amount of, the guys that are there get back into shape to being a fighting unit again, plus some more, reinforcements. Definitely on the 2 weeks by 2 weeks for the main game turn, definitely that. But there is no specific. There's a unit max. There's an MPP max. I'm not exactly sure military or points, manpower, or power. I don't know. Manufacturing. I don't know what MPP stands for. It's what they use for it. I'm sure I've read it at one point or another in their manuals that I've read. I just don't remember. So reinforcing unit costs damage costs a hit in morale. Attacks. So spiraling. So if you're attacked, even though you're reinforced, you still take a hit. Now getting reinforced helps you better. Now there is the classic version. I've not played this. Hello, Ice Killer. First time caller, long time listener. Very good. Thank you. You agree with above. A lot of these kinds of games all feel that way to me. A board game that happens to be on a computer. And I hear you on that. And I agree. Okay, here's the thing. And I'm not trying to say you're wrong in what you want, because I agree with you. that this is a board game converted into a computer game. Like I was saying, it's functionally made by basically two guys. Okay, that's my understanding. This is not a big paradox game where you have 10 people working on it full time, plus other, bringing the music guys to make all the music, and then they go off to another game and make other music. So they're not like, so I also have a lot of contacts I know over in Paradox, but I'm not going to go too much into their games now, but just sort of, they're a much bigger studio, and they have, artists, 2D artists and 3D artists that move from game to game at different times, and maybe one person is a long time in a particular game development, but they bring in more assets and they're shifting all around. These are two guys that then hire out, I'm just guessing here, I don't know, maybe they've done all the graphics for the maps, but they're making this. Okay. I don't know that there's a studio out there that has people that are going to make this, or that a World War One, and I'm using Gary Grigsby's as a very good example, game out there to, because I think Gary Grigsby's is more than just a board game in a computer, but, and if you want to make it like a WeGo, simultaneous turns, you give your orders and they both go instead of I go, you go, which that's what this is, or a true RTS type, with pausing, so you pause it, and it's sort of a WeGo kind of thing, but without a specific turn. If you want to develop those games, fine, somebody do it. I know this development studio, or not Fury Software, the makers of this one, but the Matrix / Slitherine, their American studio started to work on Gary Grigsby's War in the East 2 and Steel Tigers, which is the modern version of the old Steel Panther games. They found that they just didn't have enough assets, so they put Steel Tigers on hold and have focused on War in the East 2. They just don't have enough programmers, whatever. They literally can't hire enough people to make the games. So, I'm not attacking any one of you here. I don't mean to insinuate it's not a bad thing. Oh, I get you, Ice Killer. I'm not trying to sell you on this game. I'm trying to present this game to see if it's something you might want to play. And if you decide no, great. I mean, I have no, whether it's World War One or whether it's the type of game, I have no bad feelings if you decide this isn't for you. You might want to still listen to me talk about World War One once in a while or something, but I would definitely play a more detailed game like this. So it's just that type of thing that unfortunately there is not, and maybe it's just because there isn't a lot of good games like this. That could be the factor, but also just the idea that these aren't that profitable. That's one of the reasons I think they're quite as expensive as they are, because they don't sell enough copies. It's my guess. They don't talk to me about pricing, but so yeah, and it's that kind of thing. So I'm not knocking any one of you. Go, hey, this isn't my thing. Not at all. I'm just explaining what it's trying to figure out which is better, building a new unit or replacing it in steps. Oh, replacing it in steps. Replacing it on the field is the best. You want to do that because that happens instantaneously. Putting it in the production queue can take a long time. So you want to keep doing that. Okay, Tom Skip. And because I grew up before there were computer games, anything like this, I'm used to this as a board game. And I would love to see and I have not nearly as many as I wanted as a kid especially, but I have a closet with a bunch of old board games from mostly World War II type stuff that I would love to see turned into even just literally those games and not trying to improve them into a computer game so I could play with one of you, say, because you can't come over to my house because you're on another continent in another state, or maybe we just don't know each other well enough, but we could get online and play, and use Discord or something to chat and be able to play. So some of those things would be great. Oh, they're doing it, Mirror Man. It's happening right now. They are updating Steel Panthers. Yes, I played the old SSI Steel Panthers game in the days. I still have the boxes. I don't know if the CDs are in the boxes, but I still have the old original boxes for the first 3 Steel Panthers games. SSI or no, or whoever sold it out to Matrix, the IP. You can buy Steel Panther. You can get, there is a free downloadable version, but to get all of the extra missions, you can buy it on the Matrix website. But you can get the free downloadable main sort of version of it. And they are working on Steel Tigers. So the Steel Tigers, just because they already had Steel Panthers 1, 2, and 3, they just changed the name to Steel Tigers, and they are right now working on it slowly because they're going through beta on War in the East 2, which they decided to get done and kicked out the door before really going into Steel Tigers. But War in the East 2 is coming fairly quickly. So this year, Steel Panthers will be worked on. I'm guessing it's going to be a next year release for Steel Tigers. So it's going to keep a lot of, it's going to be improved. I mean, they're not just sitting back and keeping it just the same, obviously, but it's still going to be the same type of game, my understanding. So if you like Steel Panthers, you should like or love Steel Tigers, depending on. So it is coming. Keep that in mind for your future. And I love that old game, and so yeah, I'll be playing it on my channel. So yeah, everybody out there on Steam, though nobody said hi out there yet, I am watching that chat. But on YouTube and Twitch, definitely follow my channel, and we will be covering all of those as they happen. And maybe, depending on what, but very likely getting early looks as soon as I'm, very much want them to lobbying to be one of the early presenters of Steel Tigers once it comes out. So, or I mean, not even out, but before it's out, once they let us put gameplay on, even on a limited version basis, and get them to work. But they just don't like modern PCs and OS. Yes, Mirror Man. But like I say, if you want to play Steel Panthers, go to the Matrix website. They're part of Slytherin. Slytherin and Matrix are functionally the same company now. Matrix, the original people, some of the original people at least, are still working at Matrix. I think I don't know ownership agreements, but they're located in the U.S. and they're Americans. Slytherin was the English company. They're functionally the same company, but they're still a development studio in America for some of the Matrix titles. And it's more of a branding issue, whether they brand it Slytherin or whether they brand it Matrix. So, but if you want to play Steel Panthers right now, I think it's the basic version. I think is free, and it should be playable on your modern PC. So if you want to play it, it's the different scenarios or whatever upgrades that cost money if you want to get those. But yeah, there is a playable, doable version of that. Okay, let's get back to playing this. Okay, we want to kill these 2 French units here. And we want to kill all the French units, but okay, I think we're going to hit here. And then we're going to hit here. Okay, this is worked very well. So, it's going to be easier. Now, we were talking about surrounding this and killing these units, or killing it. But like I was saying, in this game, at least as far as I know, killing a unit, whether it's here on the front line or killing it because it's pocketed, is basically the same thing. So now these guys are going to come into here. And entrench. Well, because it shows us the current entrenching system. Well, let's do that. Now, we still want to kill that guy, but we also want to occupy that and entrench. Damn, that wasn't quite the result I wanted. Okay, they've just shattered. Now they can come in and entrench. But what I want to see about doing is a cavalry charge, which won't be very useful, so never mind. I guess because it's a city or something, those units are going to be a little more harder to get rid of. There we go. Good enough. There's a guy called Panzer Grenadier that I bought when I was a teenager back in the 80s. I think it was made by SSI. I love that that's probably where Steel Panthers came from. Maybe. I don't remember all the SSI games. I go back to some of those SSI games playing, as you can tell. I was talking with my friend Exurgin just the other day, for the first time actually on voice, though we had communicated in various chat sessions before. And he started his computer games with another one, but a much more recent. But I go back to tabletop sand tabletop games back when I was younger than 10 years old, playing with adults, war games. But yeah, no, some of those SSI games, most assuredly. Okay. Oh, we can't move yet. Okay, well then we're going to just max. Well, that's the max we can get it. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of Steel Panthers. Okay, you can come to here to keep that secure. And all of these guys have moved, so we might as well get them on the railway for hopefully better supply for when we want to reinforce them. I think we're doing well enough up there, so we want to continue to push along here. Now here, let's remove the infantry. Okay. From the north they have rivers, but let's entrench. Turn the entrenchments. See, okay, they can't they can reinforce. I think because they're on that, and yeah, just by one. Let's move these guys up to here, and then shift to there. Now, can these? No, didn't think so. Because I think reinforcements determined at the beginning of the turn. Actually, you know, cancel. We got 4. Oh, damn. Oh, when will I learn? 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 Figured there was somebody here. I didn't think there was going to be somebody there. Figured I'd come down and see who was down there. When will I learn just to take it easy? Just move to one hex to see and then not have that happen. Yep, they've all struck on that one. Okay, well, you come back here, we can get good supply. Right. I will be back in just a moment. Not leave you with a better picture to look at. I'll be right back. I'm back. Hello. That was a bit of a thing. Okay. Come down over here. Oh, yes, we can reinforce you guys. Next, that. Well, you're not getting much supply there. Okay, well, hopefully you can get all the way to 10. Okay, hopefully that town is safe. Killed there, yes. But right now, just looking for units that I need to see about reinforcing, but I don't think there's anything more. Okay, what about units that are sitting behind the lines? Need to be brought up. None. Okay, good. So we'll continue this. And again, if you guys haven't already, I know most of you have, but if you haven't already, please like the YouTube stream. You can subscribe or follow on Twitch. You should move forward. Remember to do that. So yeah, like, share, subscribe. Share would be incredibly important. And of course, if you want to post comments or in the chat, please do so. We're going to continue with the Entente's turn. Oh, I forgot to buy units. Damn. Oh well. Just means a bit of one turn delay from what they could have been out. See, just that one unit up there just popped all the way back up to 10. Don't know how to have that quite good a supply, but did I not? So no, I came in. Yeah. No, he didn't know he was going to be there. Oh, he got zapped. die with that cavalry division coming there. I think we're going to take him down. Well, they didn't fall for that other trap twice. Or 3 times. They fell for it twice. Coming in here. Maybe they will again. Still moving units around. So we saw probably, I don't know if that was a new Belgian unit or a rebuilt of a destroyed Belgian unit that we just saw pop up on the map. Okay, here we go. More divisions. See, these have locations on them, so these were predetermined, or from the, before they didn't build them, meaning. They only give you one city to put them in. And you want to put them on the railings, because you're probably going to strategically deploy them to the front. Just keep that in mind. The rain is not our friend. All right, well, yeah, he's going to go down. He said he was going to go down, and he didn't. Can I get back? Nope, I have to retreat back to here. And because he's too weak and I don't want to be hit again and have him destroyed, we're going to fall back into there. Now here, they're trying this side of the front with an attack. Okay, well. Now that would be that, but what we're going to see about doing is an attack from there and retreat. We're going to swap these two out and hopefully kill that. Okay, there's another division gone. And then we're going to magically repair that. What do you think of the AI and Strategic Command? Okay, I think it's rather good, the AI. What you will see here is, okay, obviously I just killed this unit. But what I noticed, particularly in playing, and it can happen on the grand strategy game too, but I see that a lot here, is that it'll find a situation like here, twice in a row I killed the division here, that it will for some reason feel that it needs to hold a particular spot or whatever, and keep feeding in units to die, one after the other, after the other, after the other. It could be like here. And I just kill them off or something. Now we have this guy up here, so let's see if we can do this time. I thought it was going to be much, much weaker, but well, that in and of itself is not a bad outcome. It's not the outcome that I was looking for, but what we're going to do here is, because once you've done a strike, you can't entrench. So we're going to swap these guys out or attack again, obviously, but And they're entrenched. These guys, okay, we're just going to kill this unit off. There we go. Bye-bye unit. Because these are going to come up to here. These are going to come into the entrenchments here. Yeah, here and here. They can try coming around here if they want. Well, I guess we'll move this up and entrench. Okay, this is the DLC March on Paris. The main game is the whole of World War I, Greater Europe, North Africa, that kind of thing. You get this DLC automatically. It just comes with the game. It's automatically downloaded. You get this, and then what I had been a mod that is now a free DLC as part of it, or whatever, is the Blue Max DLC now, or whatever you want to call it. And you can there. I use NATO counters. There is a non-NATO counter version of, would have an infantryman of some sort, or a rifle, or I forget what it is. But this is what the standard NATO counters look like in the game. The mod DLC or whatever. It hasn't done Belgium. They've done Britain. They've done Russia. They've done the Ottomans. They've done Austria. They've done Serbia. They've done a bunch of nations. I don't know. But for some reason, Belgium got overlooked. I'm not sure if they've done the Netherlands. Some of the other neutrals. I don't know. But so there's a NATO and a non-NATO version of the counters in the standard game. The NATO ones look like this. I play with NATO. I don't mind a picture of a person on a counter. I just like the NATO because I can see up here. So having it up in the corner fulfills my NATO type counter. And you go say, well, they didn't use it. We have World War I or pre-World War I, this type of symbology being used a little bit. It wasn't standard. There wasn't a set international standard yet. Germany in World War II used a rather different map symbology. But yeah, so they have this. So the Blue Max mod or DLC or whatever, and you can get however, but is obviously free as part of it. So you don't have to have, and it's purely a look and feel. It's not a gameplay change at all. Okay, Tom. Yeah, I just read them naturally. So for me, they're normal. Other people, some games. Oh, it's a helmet for an infantry unit, and okay. What's a light infantry unit, and what's and so I just read the NATO because of my experience. Could be my age too, but just experience for me, NATO is just natural. But if it isn't for you, I don't, think less of a person or something like that. It just, if it isn't for you, it isn't for you. Okay, now it's still going to be a bit of a hardish fight coming in there. Well, let's move you up to there, you up to here. Now, next turn we'll be able to shoot, and we'll have 4 rounds of bombardment goodness there. That is just now, that is just a detachment because it has 1 and it's a dot instead of a little X here. So that's why this is going to be a stronger hit. Not that strong. I do want to get Brussels. Okay, not really useful. Let's swap this out. Okay, not useful terribly much. Let's swap these 2 out. Can we reinforce? Yes. And hopefully here, yes. Just to 8, but that's good. They can be reinforced. Our supplies are catching up. And I definitely don't want people to not play a game because, oh my God, I can't read NATO counters. Because NATO counters are the thing that get you into a, yeah, we're not bother attacking. Move up and entrench. This is definitely my thoughts for this. This is what will get you into a game like this. You know, using some other thing, a tank on it for a tank unit, a horse on it for a horse unit. Yeah, you know, great. I'm quite happy with that. Okay, wow, this guy survived. He survived. Okay, well, let's move you and look for. Okay, he has. How much can we reinforce him to 10? Okay, we're gonna do that then. Yep, we're just gonna come all the way up to here. Get you out of the line of fire. We're gonna hold here. I just think maybe more up there the blows may come from. Okay, now here. That unit must die. All these units that haven't moved, you know, sort of, you know, that's theoretically prepared for the attack. Okay, well, if that moves up there, well, that could do it. You still retreat back. Okay. You want to kill it, not leave it alive, not let it fester. Okay, him entrenched will be better than a 6 strength unit just sitting out there in the open. He very well might survive. I don't know how many there. They're probably at most use 2 against him. May retreat. Yeah, that'll be better. If he's even attacked, I'm not sure. So, yeah. Okay, so another unit died. Forget how many that is this turn. Now here, like I say, it's important to kill the unit, but I think I'm not planning on any other offensive here, and they've now moved in 2 to 1, so and he's not entrenched. So let's just really sort of mess with him a bit. And he can pop back up full. Well, let's mess with him a bit more. We'll be able to take that. Okay, he's stuck at damn. Okay, I was hoping he'd get back to his trenches. Well, I only have the 1 unit there right now, and I don't think they'll be able to get it unless there's something over here that will move forward. Right, okay. Well, that's a really good hit there. So we're going to attack with that. And then we're going to swap these out to get him out of the front line to reinforce next time. And like we won't go down below 9, hopefully, or if even that much. No, there we go. So we killed another unit there. Now this looks like a possible kill unit. I don't think they'll be able to attack F. Nope. And if I had moved this guy out of the zone first, I think moving into the zone of control would have also taken 2 action points and he wouldn't have been able to do it. So, oh well. Okay, let's get you up to here and entrenched. We don't want to be next to the big fortress to do the bad fortress effects, but we can put a little bit of pressure there. Now we've closed this. This will automatically refill, and at some point behind entrenchments there. We just evacuated him from the front. Let's there. So you can see repairing a unit that's in the field or sending in reinforcements is definitely the best if you can do it. So you don't want to lose units. Oh, and morale or readiness will build back once even if it's been dropped fairly heavy over time. And supply levels and other things affect morale and readiness. So yeah, no, it's not the most detailed game by any means. Okay, well, let's move up. Move up. Okay, well, let's move up. I wanted to just expose them there. Right, okay. Okay, although he could move up and attack, it would be good. We're just going to move up and entrench because we don't have enough follow-on forces. We're going to entrench. Yeah, that looks like a good plan. Entrenchment. They're also going to entrench. No more that way. And these guys here, they got 4 more action points. I know we're sort of leaving this open, but now see here we've cut all but, I mean, still getting plenty of supply for these units, but they should start feeling the noose tightening around them a bit here. I know it had been before and I fell back, and I'm not unhappy that I fell back. Didn't want to, but I mean, it's not a problem that we did. Because again, we're not supposed to be pushing down here. This is just holding this from a French counterattack and trying to get them to feel they need to send forces here while we're doing our main push up here. And, you know, okay, you can see around here, they've heavily reinforced. But as of now, I don't think they're capable of pushing us out of this position here. So we still have this supply rail line coming through here, fairly well held. Fairly well. I want to get some more stuff in here, and we can push down this here a bit, which we have been. So pushing here, coming around here is what we sort of want to do to keep messing with them. Okay, I think that's most of what we want to do. So now we're going to go to purchasing. Let's just take a quick look. Like here, nope, they can't. Don't think so. Yeah, I think we're good. So let's do one more detachment this turn. Again, we've got a lot of stuff still coming. More of this and even more here. So now I don't know what. I know that no Britain has declared war. I don't know when they will have units showing up. But I honestly don't know the history well enough to know the date that the BEF starts to show up in France. And I don't know how continued mobilization as opposed to just replacements are going for France. So we will see how this goes for us. Yep. Yep. Moving infantry unit. Smart to hold that, guys. Yeah. So the AI isn't bad because it just like it moved out a cavalry unit that was holding this town, and it moved in an infantry unit, which will hold better. So, like I say, you can be passive aggressive with this game, and they'll keep like coming in and filling in some of these spots, and keep killing divisions. So sometimes you find the sort of golden spot to not move in any troops and just have them keep coming in and backing their head on that spot. We probably should fall back here though a bit. And they came around the south and I was worried about the north, but a single attack I wasn't worried about. It multiples. They were in French. And they slowed my push down here, fine. I'll live with that. And we got some reinforcements locally. Oh good, looks like you'll survive. Push back, but if you'll survive, they don't have anything else to push in with. Oh, there we go, there's the British. Okay. Now we want to free up all these, I guess, right now. So what we're gonna, not that we couldn't take this, but it doesn't look terribly good. So we're going to. I'm only getting 1 shell per turn reinforced up to 10 possible shells. You see down here. And in for a penny, in for a pound. Yeah. Okay, you can see where before it was a much better for them than us. Now it's better for us than them. Assault on this. They got veterancy status from taking all this assaults. Okay. But if we can kill it, yay, it's dead. Okay, move in. I wanted to keep this free to come here, hopefully, and entrench. Come down here and entrench. Okay, so we've opened up that whole supply front. Yeah, might as well move you back. Get you. No, well, that didn't help as much as I hoped. I was hoping to get him down to here. Yeah. Yeah, quick hide the T. Yeah, if we hide the T, that'll defeat the British. That's for sure. Yeah, they got 3 units on the map so far. We're gonna definitely pull back here a bit. We're still sort of, we're somewhat on track. Maybe not quite as good as I was hoping, but, yeah. All right. Okay. Okay, now down here. There we go. That's for sure. just going to print. Now, what if we were to reinforce? It would go to 10. Just, yeah, I'm just considering the difference. I'm not going to, wouldn't keep this here as a entrenched 2 strength. So max 10. I think it'll survive. So I don't think they'll get in too many units to attack. I think we will retreat back here to sort of reinforce that, because that way, yeah. So you can. But it would only have 1 unit that's here that's prepared to attack. Okay, well, let's do that. And you can fall back down to here. You come to here, so that means they'd have to come into here. And you come here, and no, you just stay right where you are, because you're just a detachment. He's not a full division. So now his prepared attack against this unit would be very weak. That would be a move into attack, and then these would be swap outs and attack. So they could get 4 units to attack, but the only prepared attack, or starting next to it, would be a 4 strength unit. And well, it won't even be there. Now he's again not, but again they're not going to bring too huge a force through the forest up to attack, even if they can. I'm not sure their action points. Yes, it's a long way to Tipperary. Long way to Tipperary. Okay, well, now here. There we go. That's just what I wanted to expose without. Let's reinforce it there so that they now have more of, because I think some of these were just, railway moved in here. Don't know about him, that looks a little too far away, but there's a supply place here that's not maybe well on the map. I mean, not like it doesn't have little graphic circles thing, it should. And maybe even a fortress, I think maybe belongs around this. Yeah, I guess. Let's shift the entrenchments more that way, I think. Reinforce this. Right. Okay. And you come up to here. And you come up to here. We're going to use our recon bombers to bomb and recon, so it pinpoints their position even better. And they died. Now we're going to swap these out, and then from here we're going to reinforce these. I hope we get to 10. Okay, so that took out another unit. They just attacked. Hopefully up to max. Yeah. We're just max of what we can do, but Yeah, you're talking here. I don't know how. That's going to be hard to take. That's the problem here. That would be hard to take. I don't think we can. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be somebody here. I don't think this is going to be a big pocket. I just don't get that feeling from knowing the game as well as I do. And this isn't World War II where you got, because I do use my cavalry. I tend to use it like I would use tanks, and it really isn't. So bombers do even damage or just morale and readiness decrease. Okay, these are recon bombers. They're not likely to do damage at level 1 or level 0 or whatever whatever you want to call the starting level. We don't have time time in the game here to do research for this this part of the war, but research will, I think it's 2 additional levels up from starting on these things. And playing late war, the recon bombers will get to where they do a little bit of damage. But the idea is that you can see this position recon. So it means that for infantry and artillery attacks and whatever, it's like gone over. They photographed where all the artillery positions are and where the trenches are, and then pass them out to the troops and the artillery, and so they're all prepared. So that's sort of its reconnaissance with a little bombing that will hurt morale and will hurt that. But then when you make other attacks onto this hex, you get bonuses. Now, in the game, there are also bombers, proper bombers, later on, and they will do more damage, but without the recon benefit. There are proper fighters who you can do ground attack, but very little, and you may end up getting more hurt than hurting the enemy. But they will escort and clear the skies. And then there's like heavy or strategic bombers. I'm not sure what they call. And those you use to bombard. Doesn't affect really the troops where you're hitting them. It affects the what the score here is for these towns, whether it's dealing with your MPP from the score, but also your sort of supply throughput for there. So you do have heavy bombers, and then there's also Zeppelins in the game, which longer range. Zeppelins do better reconnaissance than heavy bombers, meaning they'll do like all the stuff on the way and around. So they're going slower, so you can use them as a reconnaissance mission as well. And again, those over research over time get better stats. So yeah, these reconnaissance bombers really, I don't expect them to do a damage other than, like you say, a little bit of morale, and then give the reconnaissance bonus benefit. So it's not all that much. And spiraling, if I knew how, I'd make a few cosmetic changes to the map. I'd darken the rivers and the forests. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. You get the Dutch on your side in the game. Not in this DLC. I don't know really how possible it is to get the Dutch on your side in World War One, but for Germany, I know you can attack it, but there is also a for keeping them neutral. I think there's a economic benefit for Germany, because the Netherlands did continue to trade with both sides, because obviously they have a worldwide empire still. Maybe not a huge one, but they're still getting various things out of Indonesia. Their colonies that they still have, and at least some of them in Las or Annam, but they still have Curacao and whatnot in the Caribbean. So they're still getting some trade out around. So obviously those colonies and whatever are trading with the Allies. They're still trading a bit with the Germans. They're very strong, as you know, armed neutrality. So they very much want to keep Germany from attacking, and so they basically mobilize their army and keep it mobilized as if it were for the war, all the way through the war, which is effectively, they use it effectively. They keep out of the war. That's their military goal, is to keep their nation from being invaded. And the Western allies, the Entente, are not really in enough of a position to go, no, 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 don't. And they don't do too, I mean, they don't send like arms to Germany, but it's more food and some other stuff. And so they don't quite, they don't quite want to like, blockade the Dutch and force them into the Germans' hand. They're armed enough to keep saying, with the Germans, yeah, no, don't you come here. You're going to have a real fight. You don't get to just occupy us. But we'll keep trading with you to a degree. And of course, there's spies running all over the Netherlands during the war, both sides. So it's a well-armed neutrality. And I would say that they were rather neutral in the war. Right, now let's come, okay, we've got this up here. It's still raining, or raining again. I don't know which is the right term necessarily. But, okay. Well, if we can't for some reason easily get that little... let's hit here. Now we're hitting behind, because we're coming from here. Again, I can show you here by removing... You can have up to 3 sides max with entrenchments. So, don't know why they decided 3 was max, but fine. So we're hitting them from there, and there. Now that the British are here, we want to push a little harder, maybe. Okay. Not that we shouldn't be pushing hard before, but just we don't want to do it recklessly. Damn, that did not work out as well as I hoped. Okay, Brussels. Definitely not. We are going to entrench. More like that. I know he's unentrenched for that one unit there. We might lose that, but we did just take out their capital, which frees up, as we can see here again, it frees up this rail link down into supplying through here. And I guess up to here as well. So we have rail links coming through here from Germany. It really does matter. Up through here and then up and through around through here to try to continue to supply here, and now to supply out down there. This scenario is, yeah, just entirely free. There is only one game for Strategic Command World War One. And yes, both the March on Paris, and which I like even better, is the Ludendorff offensive, the 1918 Ludendorff offensive, which I played and I really enjoyed. Those, and there's also some other scenarios that are, but they're focused on the grand sort of, the grand campaign style with the armies and corps as the chips kind of thing in every 2 weeks turn. But yeah, this is all free with purchasing the game here. But I think we're gonna end this here with taking Brussels. My time is sort of up. We're sort of scheduled different times for different streamers to stream different games for Slytherin, and so I want to thank you all. Nobody did chat at me from Steam. Sort of disappointed in that, though they did on some of the other games. Though I think everybody's spiraling. Arno, Tom, Skip. I'm just looking at the names that I'm seeing here. Still, I know there's more. Let me see if I can scroll up quickly here. Mirrorman, Ice Killer, Ragar, and everybody else. Thank you so much for watching, liking the videos. You guys are, I'm sure, all have subscribed or followed, but everybody else, please do so. I will be starting another stream, I believe, in a few minutes. Different game, different setup. If you want to come back then, but it'll take me a little while to reset things up. But a few minutes, I'll be back with something else going on. So thank you, everyone. See you hopefully soon. And